Preliminary rounds was just like a proper impromptu.
Even though you say I didn't properly practice, but I know there's a lot of work happened, but that was not the way that you wanted.
If you lose the competition, you will have two mindsets. You can only have two mindsets that you'll be in. If the delivery happens as I expect it to happen, I'm into the finals. That's the level of confidence you need to have in your own content and your delivery.
So tell me about that moment of winning plus what was your parents' reaction?
Total, it's about 1,500.
It's shortened, and then one champion. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So today I'm on the other seat while the host is on the other seat. How does it feel to be on the other side?
Less pressure.
Less
More
pressure. Oh, I thought because I'm asking questions, you might feel like there's too much pressure. No. Okay. So from the receiving end, it's good.
Yes.
From the hosting end, thank you for asking. From the hosting end,
how does it feel for you, like the host of hosting?
Why are you repeating the question? You already asked, right? It's fine, I think.
Okay.
So welcome officially, Aasif.
Thank you.
And you have achieved a lot of achievements happened in the last few years.
Yes.
And because from the milestone speeches to individual conversations, I got to know that most of your time was spent on preparing for something. And sometimes it's like 10 years of preparation.
Yes.
In order for you to achieve something big all of a sudden. So why that long? That's my first question. Why that long? Why did it take that long? Is it because you wanted to take a break from everything, or you wanted to prepare yourself slowly and you want to win the long-term game? Or is it like you never tried?
No, I've been wanting to win since day one, obviously. So there's something called as the Valley of Latent Potential. So it's explained in the book called Atomic Habits. He says, when we start a habit or when we start working on something, you will put a lot of effort and work into that particular thing. Not going to take achievement, it's take working out. So day 1, day 2, day 3, week 1, week 2, week 3, month 1, month 2, month 3, you keep working out, but you would not see any result whatsoever. Same goes to a business. And suddenly, like in a year or two, you would have a massive glow up in your body or in your business, like a massive growth. So that's when people come and be like, damn, how did you do that in one night? So what happens there is all of your energy and all of your work is being stored. It's called the Valley of Latent Potential. It's going like this, a curve growth. It does not happen like this. If the growth happens like this, every day you should be growing. But initially all your efforts are being stored, and there is a breakthrough point, and that point will have a massive growth and all of your work will come and show at once. So that's what happened to me as well. I've been trying for 1 year. Speech, recitation, Islamic songs, Janakavi, sports meet, running, basketball, everything I put in my fullest effort. But I never won. And my Valley of Latent Potential got unlocked when I was in grade 10-ish, after 10 years. And when that happened, I unlocked all at once.
It's more like a nitro gas.
Yes.
You store all the information like... Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's how it happened. You have a very close connection with winning. Like it's all about winning. Number one, Ronaldo Mindset. How can I be number one? So there's like a lot of number one and winning. Where is that coming from? Why is winning so important?
I have to admit this is a very toxic habit that I have. Because when I coach, I tell participation is important. It's okay if you lose. But if I go to an event, I'm like, no, you have to win. If not, you're a bloody loser. So that mindset is where I came from. So I'm a big fan of Ronaldo and his mindset. Because since the day he started his career, he's like, in my mind, I'm the best. When he was not literally the best. Even today, he's the best. He's like, he will win an award and he'll be like, I think he's 40 years old now. And there are these young players, 17, 20-year-old super prime players, and he'll be like, I wish you all the best, but y'all know even today I'm the best. Even though y'all are young, y'all can never reach my potential. Like, I'm the best. He'll give that swag laugh. So that level of confidence and mindset is good for anything. If you have that belief in yourself that you're the best, in whatever the room you get into, nobody can defeat you.
So that is for Ronaldo.
Yeah, so I borrowed that mindset.
No, I think you borrowed the mindset only recently, right? So I don't think, were you a fan of Ronaldo from your childhood?
No, I'm not a fan of Ronaldo from my childhood.
Okay.
Recently only. Yeah.
So usually, let's say you grow up with different experiences, and then we automatically look for scenarios that prove what our beliefs
Yes,
are, right? So you coming across Ronaldo's winning mindset is not the beginning. It was
I've
a
been
place
following it, and
suddenly
yeah.
that came together, and then you were like, okay, see, I knew this makes sense because that's how I grew up, and that's
Yes.
this is true. So I'm talking about the leading point, the leading path to that point. So which means you have to reflect a lot about your childhood as well.
Losing.
Okay.
Because I was brought up in a family. My siblings are super talented. Brothers, sisters, they are like really good in what they do. Like my first sister is a really good, she's really good with the font and the creative thinking. My second sister is a really good craft person. My brother is good at speaking. And there was me, not good at anything.
You're the last one?
I was the last one. I am the last one.
Last one means like in the family.
Yeah,
Okay,
I am still the last one.
Okay. You were the last one and now changed? Okay, got it.
There is no one after me. Anyway, so that there was something that I looked up to in them. They were really good at something, but whatever I tried, I failed. Burning desire to match up to their standard. That
Beat
was,
them as well.
Yeah, so that was there because they also used
I want to be the number one in the family as well.
Because I remember when I was little, I used to go to my awards day. My brother would get like 7, 8 awards, and I would sit in the last row with my mother. So the senior, the prefects during that time would come to me and ask, "Are you sitting in the wrong place?" Because they can't believe that I am that person's brother. He'll receive like so many awards, and I'm just sitting and waiting. "Oh, are you in the wrong seat? You should go there." No, I don't have any awards. They'll be like, "Oh, really? Okay."
Okay. So they gave you that look of,
Yes.
you're not here to get any awards. No, I'm here to support my brother. Okay. Okay. So that with their eyes, they communicate that you're a loser or something.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Okay. So, but how did you get into speaking? Public speaking? I mean, what got you into some sort of I want to be a speaker, or because you can win in different places, right? You can be I know you're trying multiple things as well, like running, singing. I don't know about dancing, but yeah. So you're trying multiple things and you're trying to be the best at each one. And there should be a reason for you to pick speaking. What is that reason?
Speaking is really cool. So the school, any school, I think, in my school especially, if you're a good speaker, then you get that speech in the awards day. Everybody know you. You either need to be the best basketball player, or the fastest runner, or the best speaker, or the head prefect. You need to be either of the four. I became 3 towards the end of my career. I didn't become the best basketball player though, but I became 3. So you need to be one of the 4 in order for you to be looked up. It's very cool. There was one person, now this one person is my main inspiration for starting to public speaking. So when he is delivering his speech, we all go and hang on the grill and like monkeys, and we look at his speech. He'll be delivering the speech inside the classroom in front of the 3 judges, and we'll hang on the grill and watch it. His way of speech was a very unique approach. He talked like a politician. I think I've said to you about it. Like if the topic is water pollution. He threatened the judges
Yeah,
to the
don't tap the
extent.
table today.
Exactly. Okay. It'd be like, if you don't save water today, your children will not have water. It's not about me and you, it's about your children. Do you not want your children to have good future? So he threatens the judges like a politician and puts them on the stand. So it was very attractive to watch. So that was one of the main inspirations for me, and that was one of the reasons why I started to win as well. I just started to mirror his way of delivery. Hitting on the table. Okay. So these little things.
Which grade was that?
I was at grade 9-ish and he was around A levels, 12, 13.
Okay. So interest in speaking started in grade 9.
Burning desire started in grade 9. But I've always wanted to win something. But speaking specifically started in grade 9.
Okay. So recently I saw that video as well of you winning the inter-university best speaker competition. Just let's, for the audience to understand that competition, about the competition, just give a brief of how many participants were there and what were the criterias and so on.
Yes. So it's called SpeechMaster. It's organized by the Gavel Club of University of Sri Jayewardenepura. As I know, it's the biggest public speaking competition in the island. So they organize the reason why it's the biggest and it's claimed to be the biggest is because they organize the competition in 4 centers. Usually what happens is they say all island and the competition happens only in Colombo. So if you want you to come to Colombo. But they actually organize in 4 different centers, like one in Colombo, one in Matara, one in Kandy and one in Jaffna. So 4 centers, they do the preliminary rounds, they take the people, they do the competition and they get the best speakers from there. So that makes them the biggest public speaking competition in Ireland, I believe.
So it started with 500 participants?
Yeah, about 500. In total, it's about 1,500, including the school level contestants. But university level, I think about 500 participants, yes.
Okay, and then it shortened. And then one champion, Aasif Jalaldeen, everybody. So I saw that video and then I'm pretty sure that was I want to also discuss about how you prepared for it and who helped you, how did they help you? Because I know there's a lot of behind the scenes happened. You had feedback during Fish Talk sessions with us and you had individual feedback from Shuhaib. So I'm just curious to know what kind of different, because I saw Shuhaib opening some complicated documents with a lot of arts.
Yes.
And I'm like, what is this? How? Why? I was like, why? Can't it be simple? But I think there's a lot of psychological and structure, a lot of thoughts went into that. And then that made you the winner based on all the support from individual coaches plus your own efforts and then also audience feedback.
Yes.
And so on. So how did that feel on that stage? And also I saw the video of you winning because we were all at a different event on that same day. So I saw you were like, Aasif Jalaldeen, and you're like, thank you, my dear parents. Yeah, so parents were also there.
Yeah, the first, yes.
So, by the way, was that the first event for your parents to witness something big like that of you?
Yes. Oh, because events happen, but they weren't able to come for those events.
Okay.
Even school awards ceremonies and stuff, limited seating, so we don't invite families. If I were to invite, I would invite every 20 members, parents and family. So usually they don't.
Okay.
But this one, they specifically, I requested and they were like, you can bring the family.
Okay. So you wanted your family to witness that moment as well. So tell me about that moment of winning plus what was your parents' reaction and what were you feeling in that moment? Just take us through that.
Yeah. So background story, I have 3 different versions of Aasif. So when I'm at home, I'm a very silent person. I don't talk unless I'm spoken to. So when I said my father when I got selected for the finals, I told my father there is a competition happening, finals happening. But before preliminary rounds, so I used to wear this blazer and all. He thought I'm going to judge for the competition. And you're going to judge for the competition. No? I'm going to take what you're going to take.
Oh.
He gave that Kindle. You're going to take part. Okay.
Dad, this is not the right time. Okay.
Because my dad is not used to me winning in speech competitions.
Okay.
Even though I won, he's not aware of it. He knows that I win in singing and reciting competition, but not speech. He's like, oh, you're taking part. Okay.
Okay.
He gave that and went. So when I said I'm into the finals, he was like, oh, damn, okay. I asked if he's available. He said, yes, I'll come. So my mother and my father, my nephews, nieces, they came. So after the school level was over, he came and asked me, why is there only 8 people? Only 8 people are doing the competition. Only 8 people.
Those are fatherly questions. Okay.
Such a big auditorium, only 8 people. You call this a biggest competition? I'm like, no. There were 3 rounds. And this happened, shortlisted, and then this happened.
Okay.
Like, okay, right. So one night before the competition, he was like, what are you going to talk about? You can talk about your school race, because I upload it on YouTube.
He suggested.
Yeah, okay. You can talk about that, you can talk about this. Like, what are you talking about? I was like, not telling you. Because I don't talk much.
Okay.
He didn't know what I was going to talk about. That was the first time I think he witnessed me talking on stage live.
And it's like save all your thoughts, Dad, and come and witness at the event. I know you have so many questions. Only the event can answer. Okay, continue.
So when I got onto the stage, the story is about him actually. So mostly the fathers. The entire story is about the father and the emotion, the mother, family. While I was delivering the speech, I had a glimpse or two of my family, and they were like laughing, like, "Is that my son? He doesn't even talk."
Okay.
That kind of reaction. So that was the reaction while I was delivering the speech. They were laughing and they were enjoying it. The winning moment. So it happened in the University of Jayawardenepura, and in the finalist panel there were about 3 students from University of Jayawardenepura itself. So they had a big fan base. Okay. When their name is called, they get a huge applause and like full cheers. For me, my mother, my father, my friend. Yeah. People clap but they don't shout. So my father and mother, one of my friend was there as well. So they made sure they gave that sound, shouting.
Full 3 effect. 3 people. Okay.
So that was their reaction.
So that is after winning. You're talking about when you were called on stage.
After they announced the winner. That was their reaction. Anyway, brown parents don't express their emotions that much.
Yeah, because you don't express your emotions.
Yeah. It works both the ways.
Yeah. So
brown child and brown parents.
Yes, that's a brown family problem.
Brown family tradition. Yes.
Okay, so after winning, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, did you go with your parents or was it you? Yeah. They went. So no, was it like super quiet?
No, while I was going, so Mr. Shoaib called me, video call. He was talking to me, and then I gave the phone to my father and he started talking.
Okay.
So the journey back to home was his video call.
Okay.
Yes.
What did he say, Shoaib?
He was telling my father to organize a big feast and feed the entire town because they won the competition.
Celebrate it big.
Yeah. I gave my phone to the father. I was like, who is he? Oh, he's only the...
He's the one.
He doesn't know. He's like, okay.
That's the first time they were talking? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Let's get to the preparation part. I'm thinking, should I directly go for the preparation of the finals? So, yeah, let's go for the finals. Just tell me, how did you prepare as an individual? Let's not talk about the coaches right now. As an individual, what was your thought? How did you write things? Did you watch videos? Did you not sleep?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I think I'll come from the preliminary for it, because towards the final, it was mostly coaching happening. So competition was announced in January. And I registered for it in January itself. So I have this habit, I'm a master at procrastinating. If there was someone called as the best procrastinator, he'd be losing to me in procrastinating because I am such a good procrastinator. I don't prepare, I just wait till the very last minute and then only prepare. But I have one good habit. if I have something that is upcoming, I keep thinking about it. I'm an overthinker. So from the moment I clicked that submit registration form, I started to think, what am I going to talk about? Am I going to talk about my school life? Am I going to talk about my race? Am I going to talk about my speech journey? From that day onwards, the mind was cooking. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And then in February, only I went to get my glasses replaced. So while I was driving, it's not like a story that I created for the speech. The story, the moments that I enjoyed during that drive was very nostalgic. It felt very nice. Because usually when I go with my father, there is a nephew or a niece in the back shouting and screaming and vibing. It's very rare that I go with my father and mother alone. It was just like mom, dad, and me. Like proper family moment. So while I was driving itself, I felt it. And I got scolded also. Because Google Maps said, go right. After going like 5 kilometers, I was like, we are going in the wrong direction.
I should have trusted my own instincts.
Yes, it's like, you should go left. No, Google Maps says right. We'll go right and see. So those kind of moments happened as well. So the moment was nice. When it happened itself, the moment I got out of the hospital, I realized, look, I need to make a video about this to put on social media. Because this is a very nice topic and the message is really nice. That moment itself, I had the thought. So that later developed into the story. I was like, okay, let me talk about this. This story is good. I also have another habit. Whenever I'm driving or walking or just sitting, when I'm doing something that can be done subconsciously, I talk about something. So when I'm driving, I tell this story. So I have narrated this story about 5 times to myself. Each time it gets better. It keeps getting better. So first time when I was driving, I'll be like, okay, you know what happened this day? I went to the hospital and that happened, this happened. Too much of yapping. I'd be yapping for 30 minutes. That can be told in 5 minutes. Second time, it would be like 20 minutes. Each time it gets better. And for 3 months, that was my preparation. Just the story. And for a moment, I thought I can't take part in the competition because Saturday was the day they announced. The competition is going to happen. Saturday I have pufferfish classes, so I was like, I can't go on Saturday. On Saturday night, they were like, university level is happening tomorrow. To see, Saturday was school level and Sunday was university level. I was like, okay, I can go for it because Sunday I don't have classes. And then, since I already have a story in mind, what I did was the entire night I spent practicing. I wish I did that, but I didn't do that. I went to sleep. Next day morning, what I did was I got dressed up in a way that is a little too much as well. Better than the judges. Judges will come in formals, I go with a blazer.
Come sit down. I'll go and do the speech. Okay.
Too much build up. So, from my home to the university, there's like a 20 minutes drive. What I did was, now the story is very clear. So, it's a 7-minute speech. You can never memorize a 7-minute speech. You should put a story in there. So the story was clear, but the beginning and the ending was not clear for me itself. I was confused. So in the 20 minutes drive, what I did was I took ChatGPT, I went to the voice mode, and I narrated the story to ChatGPT. I spoke for like 10 minutes. This is what happened, the story. And I said, fine craft this story and give me a message that is very meaningful and impactful. Now while I'm driving, I can't see, but it was generating by itself. So when I entered to the University of Jayawardenepura, I parked the van in the parking lot and I stayed in the van for like 20 minutes and I learned the message because I know when I enter into the registration room, I would be yapping with people because I know a lot of people in there. And just like I thought, I was yapping with people.
No.
Yeah. So I was yapping for about 1 hour, talking nonsense. And then when I went to the speech delivery room, I forgot the message again. Because of all the talking. And my speech number was number six, one before the last. So while the 6 of the contestants were delivering their speeches, I was learning my message. But message was not really good in the preliminary round. Story was good, message was not good. Hook also was not good at all. Story was a little funny. So for that, it got into the semifinals. That was preliminary rounds was just like a proper impromptu kind of level.
Yeah, but even though you say there was not much of a focus practice happening, it's because you were doing all of that while you were traveling.
Yeah.
But if you just think about how long you spent, just tell me in hours until that event, all the driving and ChatGPT and asking it to fine tune it, you're actually speaking. There's one good thing that everybody has to learn from this is people usually put, this is my topic, generate a speech, versus you tell the speech and then you like make it better or give a good structure. So which means you are giving your thoughts and then asking it to give feedback rather than you're asking that to give your speech and you just do it, which is very important. So just think how long in hours you might have had spent.
3-4 hours.
Okay. So that's underestimated is what I think.
Subconscious work, like multitasking.
Yeah. So for some people, there is an environment for them to become creative. Okay. So that place wouldn't have much distraction. It wouldn't have unwanted sound effects and all of those things. So if you think about it, what is that place that you feel more relaxed and open? I think it might be inside your vehicle.
Yeah.
There's no judgment happening. It's quiet and you can get into a zone of driving and think about random things. So what we think as this is how practice should be done is, I have to go to my house, close the door, put the lights, and then keep the mirror on. Okay, now this is called the proper training. So what I think is, yes, that is also a proper focus training, but it's created for that moment immediately. Versus you doing different things while doing that, you're thinking about the speech and practicing it. It's not just listening, right? You're actively doing things.
Yes.
So that is, I would say that's highly valuable time of you doing preparation. And it might be even more productive than you setting up a place to practice. True. So that's, for me, I think that's usually underestimated. So I think those moments should not be underestimated. So even though you say I didn't properly practice, so that's what you kept saying, right? I didn't properly practice for my first round, second round, third round, but I know there's a lot of work happened, but that was not like the way that you wanted, but it happened in different ways. Okay, so maybe 2 tips to learn from that is find that zone that makes you really comfortable, and that's your practice zone, like an autopilot mode level. And number 2, don't use ChatGPT in the wrong way. Just give your content, ask it to structure, because your thoughts need structure rather than ChatGPT gives content, structures that content and just plugs you in like a pen drive.
Yes.
So that is the second important thing. Now anything that you missed on that?
No, preliminary round was just that. And then came the semifinals.
Okay.
So for preliminary, I never delivered the speech to anyone else, just to myself and my ChatGPT. But when I got selected for the semifinals, preliminary rounds, I had a little doubt as well. Would I get selected? Because I was not satisfied. I have a thing, if I'm not 100% satisfied, I keep doubting myself. But if I'm 100% satisfied, I get overconfident. I'm winning it. There is no in between. So after the preliminary, I had a small doubt in myself. But the moment I got selected, that's when I came to the fish talk sessions. I delivered the speech to you and other learners.
How many times did you deliver it to different people, including coaches?
5.
No. In fish talk itself, we have delivered 5.
No, fish talks. So 3 times in fish talks. Twice with one of my school seniors, the guy I said. About 4 times with the show. Yeah. 9 to 10. Let's give it 10.
Okay. I think it's a 15. No, because we practice even outside, right?
Ah, yeah, okay.
So-
So you're counting that as I'm counting the
I'm
entire
counting.
speech.
Entire speech.
The full speech delivered at once,
Yeah.
about 10. But parts of
Okay.
it, maybe.
There's more.
Yeah.
Okay. You discounted that again. It's very important because it's about the highlights of the speech, right? Making the highlights stand out. So I would count even those moments.
Then maybe about 20, 30.
Now it should be 50, 60.
Okay, keep increasing the number.
The numbers are high. Now, how did working with each individual help you in what aspect? Let's start with Shoaib.
We'll put him at last.
We'll put him at last. Okay. We'll start with fish talks.
Yeah.
Okay. You start. You go with your own order.
Yeah, fish talk. So mainly I wanted your feedback because you are also going as a judge and public speaking experience. I wanted that, and I wanted the humor part of the speech to be fine-tuned. There was humor, but there was this feeling in me that said, you can do a little better. You should get feedback. Because ChatGPT is a little dumb when it comes to humor. It suggests like proper dad jokes. It's not proper jokes. So I delivered it to you. The moment I delivered, main feedbacks I got was about the humor. So the starting part of the speech, how I can start in a captivating way. And then the phone conversations. So these little things, humoristic parts really worked in my speech. That got responses. So with the fish talk session and with you, the humor part of the speech was working really well. That was what you mainly trained my speech on. So with you, it's the humor. And when I delivered it to my senior, so that senior who I looked up to, he was the...
He was the same. That guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the former SpeechMaster champion.
Okay.
2024, he took part in it. He was the champion.
Okay.
So I called him and I was delivering the speech to him. He took a totally different approach. He was like, he would take a long pause and I was like, what are you doing, bro? No, I'm thinking, what would a judge think? I'm thinking like a judge. If I were the judge, what would I do? So that mindset he had while judging was really important. Because I was also focusing on how I deliver, how I should deliver the best way and that and this. But he was taking the total role of a judge. What would the judge think? So that approach gave a whole new level to the speech. All minor corrections, but those minor corrections are really important. And again, semifinals also I was taking too easy. In the sense I was not practicing in a given time.
In your own terms, yeah?
Yeah, okay. In my own terms.
Yeah.
I was not like, no, even when driving, you just talk, but your hand gestures, your positioning, where you're going to stand, and those stuff you don't practice, no?
No practice, but you visualize.
Yeah, but you don't practice.
Okay.
So he asked me that question, are you practicing? I was like, no, I didn't practice. Even preliminary, I didn't practice. I just went and delivered. He told me an advice that is really impactful. And that made me hang up on that call and practice for like 5 times. He said, Aasif, if you lose the competition, you will have 2 mindsets. You can only have 2 mindsets that you'll be in. Mindset number 1, shit, I should have done better. I should have practiced a little harder, and given it the shot. Or mindset number 2, I gave it my best shot. I practiced to my fullest capacity. I made sure that my engine is used for the maximum capacity. There's nothing else I could do to improve my speech. So I lost. It's okay, cool. I gave it my best shot. So for the way you're in right now, you'll be in mindset number 1. You will regret losing. What I'm saying is, even if you lose, you should not regret. You should be like, okay, I gave it my best shot. That's it. Khalas. So that made me think there. Rather than telling go and practice, don't give. He made me think that regret is gonna be more painful than practice right now. So shut up and go and practice. So that made me like rehearse my speech until 2 a.m. I was rehearsing 5-6 times because I was scared of the regret. And that is an advice that I wish to give to the audience as well.
I think that guy should come for the podcast.
We need to invite him.
Yeah. Because I think he seems very insightful.
Yes,
How
he
old
is.
is he?
3 years older than me.
Okay.
Mid-20s.
Okay. Okay. So also the way you framed it might have made him make sure that the message that is coming from him is more impactful to you. Because when he asked, how many times did you practice? You said, no, nothing. Zero. I didn't practice at all. So it made him, and then yet, listen, my dear son,
Yes.
you will regret this. And I don't know, maybe you played a unconscious low-key role of admitting that you haven't done. You put it in
That's
that
a conscious role. I have
no, because I say subconscious because that 4 hours of training was not a training for you while you were driving.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah. So for me, that's a training. So because you don't know that till now, so that is subconsciously it's there,
True.
but consciously you are not picking that up. So you told him I didn't practice. So he said, you'll regret.
Yes.
Okay. So which actually made you perform even better.
Yes.
So one resulted in the response, and that response made you work 2-3 times extremely hard to get it done.
Yes.
Okay. And
And then came the semi-finals round. Semi-finals was not like a chaos like the preliminary. I went calm, but the dressing was the same. Even here, the judge was informed.
today as well.
I was like wearing a coat and going, and everyone was like, oh, why is this guy overdressed? But yeah, same like the preliminary. I was yapping with my friends before the semi-finals. And I went to the semi-finals. I was the first speaker. I delivered my speech. Response was a little low. Preliminary, the laughs were high. People were laughing properly. Like they were more comfortable. Semi-finals happened in a semi-formal setup. Preliminary was very casual. In the semi-formal, they were like semi-formal. Laughs were like...
okay.
So response was less.
Yeah.
But the delivery was good. I was satisfied with my delivery. And when I walked out of the room, I was like, yeah, I'm into the finals.
Okay.
Because before I delivered the speech, it's like this. If the delivery happens as I expect it to happen, I'm into the finals. While delivering the speech, if something happens only, I would get eliminated. That's the level of confidence you need to have in your own content and your delivery. So delivery was good. I was doing proper hand gestures, vocal variations, all were good. So I was satisfied.
Response was less, but you were confident that you'll be through.
Yes.
That's interesting. Okay, and then?
And then came the final round. So when I got selected for the finals, I informed you, I informed only you. I informed you and I informed the senior guy as well. Because he also invested like proper 2-3 hours of training. I informed him, he was like, congratulations and all that. And I asked him for another slot, you fish talk session. And I also texted him the Shoaib and said, this is happening on this date. How about the session plan? So first week was training from you and the senior guy. His name is Insaf. So I got on a Zoom with him again. And he was looking, because before the semifinals, he didn't change anything. I was like, it's too late to change. There's only one night, so I'm just going to listen to your speech. That's it. Khalas. But now that I have 2 weeks, he was open to change as well, a little bit of the content. He was ready to fine-tune the content a little bit. I delivered the speech to him. He again gave me a few corrections here and there. Like, how can you, it's okay, it's good, but how can you make it even better? And more than the prepared, I got advice for the impromptu speech. Because for the finals, no. Preliminary and semi-finals, there is no impromptu speech. Finals, there is impromptu level as well. So I asked him, because he was the previous champion, how did you face the impromptu? What kind of things do they give? He gave me insights on that. So you can go to impromptu in 2 different ways. The first way to go is you prepare and go. Like you have 5 stories. One related to love, one related to family, one related to friendship, one related to emotion, one related to sadness, one related to motivation. You have a pile of stories in your head and you go there, whatever the topic comes, you tell a story and then you connect it. Oh, khalas.
It's a cheat code.
Cheat code. But he said, don't use a cheat code. Because I want you to experience the thrill of it. That was the wordings he gave. I want you to experience the thrill, so go raw and face it. And he also gave me tips on how to practice. He said, go on ChatGPT, generate 20 topics, practice at least 8 topics every single day. 8 topics today, 8 topics tomorrow, 8 topics the day after. I practice none though because I'm a procrastinator, like I said. That didn't happen, unfortunately. And then I came to that was the training, mainly impromptu. Practicing didn't happen, but the advice was taken serious. He was like, so you enter the auditorium, they will call your name. They'll be like, the topic is the importance of saving water. Aasif, importance of saving water. Don't get on stage until the full topic and the name is called twice. While the name is being called, you need to stay down and think about the topic. Once the contest chair has told the entire topic, then walk to the stage. Walk very slowly. Shake hands slowly. Smile slowly. And then wait till the contest chair has gotten down from the stage. Wait. And then look at the audience. Wait for 3 seconds. Smile at them. So without even the audience realizing, you have bought like 15 to 20 seconds of time. And this is your thinking time. So those key advices were given by him. If I hadn't had that when the name is called, I would have been walking off.
Hey, wait, I'm coming. Okay.
I would have done that dumb thing. So these little things he told me.
Yeah.
Follow these, buy the time as much as you can, and then start. So impromptu training was the main thing he focused on. And then came the fish talks the very next day. I came here, I delivered the speech. And I also invited Coach Salma.
Yeah.
When she came and she evaluated, and so that particular night we fine-tuned a little bit of humor again and emotion, because I have delivered the speech twice in front of audiences and I know now it's good, people laugh, I'm funny, I was happy about it. But now I wanted them to go peak humor, and towards the ending I wanted them to go peak emotional. I wanted at least one person to cry. I wanted them to cry.
It's very evil of you.
No, impact.
Because impact, yes.
Emotion.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of ways on how I can make it impactful. And I came to you. I was like nagging to you. How can I make it impactful? How can I make it impactful? You were like telling me, you were the one who shared. You can tell the accidents that happened in Sri Lanka. The bus clash where the mother sacrificed her life to save the life of the baby. And eventually both of them died. You can connect with how the husband was waiting for the mother and the child. Or you can connect that tree falling in duplication road in the bus. The entire bus got met with an accident. So these stories can trigger people's emotion. So that I incorporated into my speech. So it is going toward emotional story. So that was the main feedback that I received and I worked on from Fish Talks and your end. 1 week before the finals.
Yeah. So the important part there is the stories that have happened has to be spoken. So we can look at it in the short term that it's a competition, or in the long term impact. So every small competition and opportunity that you get there's an opportunity for you to share and then bring those thoughts back. And those thoughts will make them think, and just remove that layer of competition, and it's still their life. When they go out, they will think about it. Oh, there was an accident. Oh, I should be at least careful when I drive. Things like that. So my thinking is, whenever I bring a story back, it's not to make people emotional or anything. And that's the same thing I advise everyone. It's because you want to create that impact, because in the long term, that story is going to stick with them. So that's why I suggested those things for you, because yes, it's a competition for you, but for me, it's a moment of impact. At the same time, it's an impact for you as well. So you had two reasons. I had one reason. Continue.
Yeah. So impact is main. The same call with Insaf, he also said me, after he delivered his speech, he met a few of the judges about 2 months after the event. The judges did not know his name, but they knew his speech because of the impact.
Yeah.
So every coach that I got trained from had the same mindset as me. Impact has to be the most hitting part of your speech. Yeah, have humor, have the jokes, have the laughs, but impact. Ending should be memorable. People should remember you from your story and the speech, even if they don't remember your name. So that was my main focus as well. And I worked on it. Even 1 week before the speech, I was ready. And then came the final coaching session. 2 days before the event.
It's Shoaib Ali.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to him last minute because, again, I'm a procrastinator and he also has a busy schedule. I went to him. I delivered the speech to him once. And that night only he drew that complex diagram. Okay.
It's time.
Awkward.
Okay. So many things. Okay.
Because now see, all of the coaches that were involved in my speech were hooked to the story at a very emotional level. Insaf loved the story. You loved the story and you were focused on the impact. Even Coach Salma loved the story. So they loved the story to the level, sometimes the structure, the small details of the structure might have been left out. So that was the area he came and like, okay, you need to work on that. So the first thing he said was the most important thing. There was a lot of humor in my speech. In the beginning there's humor, middle there's humor, ending there's humor. But what I say in the beginning has nothing to do with my entire speech. Sometimes, maybe a line. It's funny. People react to it. But the judges will be like, why did he say that?
Yeah.
What is the connection? I didn't think about that. Even in the middle, there were like 1-2 lines. Why are you saying that? Of course, audience are laughing. Yeah, cool. But what's the connection? So that was the first realization he gave to me. And he introduced the ring theory to me. Meaning, if you say something in the beginning of your speech, you need to somehow connect it to the middle or the ending of your speech. So the audience and the judges will go back to the speech and be like, oh damn, that point is coming here again.
Yes, yeah.
To the finest of details. Because I started my speech is about eyesight and the blessings of the eye mainly. I started my speech with, even my phone does not recognize my face without my glasses. There is no way you can bring it later. It's very difficult to bring it later as a message component. So he told, look at it in a different approach. Glasses also can be the part of it. You incorporate your emotion to it. Smile, give a dumb smile, like to the phone. Yeah, so this is how I have recognized my face ID, with a dumb smile. And then towards the ending, how he told me to connect it was, people still smile even if their own phone does not recognize their face ID. It is a series of statements. People still breathe even though they can't walk. People still smile even their own phones doesn't recognize their face ID. People still enjoy even if something happens. So that connection, the connecting parts of the speech, he was mainly emphasizing on. That was the main thing he emphasized on.
I think there's a lot of aha moment when there's a recall of different details. We do that in stand-up comedy as well. So usually how you begin is how you end the stand-up comedy, and that will give the biggest laughter as well. So he made sure that the connections are stronger rather than light.
True.
I think it was light at the beginning.
It was light, like no connection from the beginning to the end.
Okay.
So the chief judge is one of his friends. The chief judge did not know that I was his I was his learner.
Yeah.
After the competition was over, I mentioned his name, and that judge has called Mr. Shoaib and said he connected the ending to the beginning. So he has told that connection happened.
Okay.
So that's how the judges have noticed it. Because we underestimate, judges won't notice those things. How would they notice it? But they notice it. They're judges for a reason.
Yeah.
So the ring theory was mainly his idea. That was a blind spot I had. I was aware of it, but I was blind.
Not like fully. So we know in general thinking that this kind of thing is there, but we don't know as a concept that exists.
Yeah, it
the
didn't.
ring theory.
Yes.
Yes.
Plus, I didn't know how to do it for my speech because I have crafted a lot of drafts, and now it's like maximum capacity. My brain is dead. So then he would randomly put facts, and I would quickly jot it down, and I would incorporate and make sense out of it.
Where can they find a final speech? Still processing, is it?
Still processing.
Okay.
I've been asking them. They're like they'll upload it on YouTube.
Okay.
So once it's uploaded, we can tag it in the description.
Yes. When that goes out, people can watch it and come back, and they will understand the depth of every small detail. It's like movie spoiler, not spoiler. When you watch the movie and you come and watch the movie review.
Watch the movie, come watch the trailer. Okay. I saw that scene.
So
that is ring theory. Second one he said was your speech structure. There is opening, there is body, there is closing. But we just tell open, body, close. Open should be a hook, body should be a retaining point, there should be a story. A closing has to be impactful. He gave me insights on if it's a 7-minute speech, how long should the opening be? How long should the retention be? And how long should the hook be? So impact be. My introduction was very long. My introduction opening was about 1 minute and 30 seconds. After his evaluation, it reduced to 30 seconds. Opening of your speech is just to get the attention of the audience. And you have to get it in the first 30 seconds. Somehow get it. I got it in the first 15 seconds. Because of the brilliant hook idea that he suggested and I implemented, audience were hooked to my speech. The body of your speech should be the laugh points. People should laugh and enjoy the story. They should forget that they are listening to a speech. They should come and live with you. So this is one of the secrets of storytelling. When there is a story, you should not report it.
yeah.
Reporting it is narrating the story. I was driving and my father was next to me and we were going to the hospital. There were music playing in the background. And the moment we arrived at the hospital. So this is reporting the story. This is also storytelling but reporting. Instead of reporting, you need to relive it. So I relived the story on stage. I was driving the car with my father. I was driving it again. I was checking my eyes. Every moment of my story was relived on stage, and the audience were also reliving the moments with me. They saw the story with their eyes, even though it was not a screen or movie play. So that is the secret behind the laughter as well. People saw it. And that is something every speaker who wants to master storytelling should include in their speech. Relive the story. Don't report it.
Don't report it. Okay. All right. So I think we can even dive deep into that. I think there should be a second episode of this. Because
Definitely.
as you explained, only more questions came in my head. So we will continue this on the second one. But before we end, what is the next step that you're focusing on? Maybe in your life or maybe in your speaking journey? How's that question?
Answer will come in
He has to go back to his driving to think.
Yeah, I need to go to my zone.
No, you can update that answer later, but give a placeholder for now, and then you can put something else there.
next step in life is the same thing. So my story is based on a childhood that didn't have the support that I didn't even know that it was support that I needed. Because I thought speech or sports, whatever, you still should get up and learn it and come. I didn't even know public speaking classes existed before Pufferfish. So that's when I realized, okay, I should have gotten this mentorship. And I have made it my entire motto. My adulthood motto right now at this phase of life is be the mentor you wanted as a child. So that is my role that I play in every child's life who I encounter with. It could be a speaker or a reciter or a normal kid. I am focused on being the mentor that I wanted, be the adult you wish you had as a child. So that is my main goal. In terms of next step, I want to be impactful in my content. So I'm creating content on social media. I want to create some impact in the audience for a broader audience. So social media is like the passport to reach the entire globe. That would be the placeholder for now. It could change in the next episode, but for now, let's keep it there.
Yeah.
Impact more people.
Yes, creating impact through social media and also through coaching.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Aasif, for sharing those insightful stories. A few stories I know, but a few stories I actually wanted to know from you. So that's why I didn't discuss about how Shuhaib helped you, how Salma helped you.
Yeah.
I didn't ask anything from the competition day till now because I wanted to know on the spot. Otherwise, it will be like, I know the answer and why am I asking?
True.
So thank you so much. And we will catch you all on the next episode that I don't know when.
Surprise.
Surprise. Bye.
Bye.